Hey Dan, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that we're all out of cardboard boxes. I thought I had bought enough for the move, but do you think that you could get or order some more?
I actually already put in an order for some boxes to arrive. I thought that would have gotten there by now, but I guess not. Do you want me to call the vendors and see what's going on?
Would that be all right? I would really appreciate it because we only have a few more and we don't have room for everything.
Yeah, I understand completely. It's not a problem. But how many more do you think we need?
I think that we might need at least another 10, judging from the state of things here.
Got it. Well, if you think it's at least 10, then maybe I should go even higher than that? How does ordering about 15 boxes sound to you?
I think if we had 15, then that would be plenty for us. Thanks so much for doing that.
I had thought that he got enough boxes the first time, but I guess that we really just underestimated the amount of stuff that we own, didn't we?
Yeah, who would have guessed that we were this much of pack rats? I mean, we really just had no idea how much stuff we actually had at all.
I know, and here I thought that we were pretty good about not buying too much stuff. I didn't even realize that I actually owned all the clothes that I do until I had to try and get them all to fit in the suitcase.
I know, right? I don't know how it happened, but I guess we just have accumulated a lot of stuff over the years, don't you think? Maybe we just don't know how to throw things away. I mean, I know a few of these boxes are just filled with things that we haven't even touched in I don't know how long. But I think that we do have most of the house packed up at this point, which is a relief at least.
That's amazing news, though. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate you taking care of this, Clara. I promise to give you a hand with whatever you might need when I get back home this evening.
Aw, Dan, don't you worry about that. I mean, you're at work all day and I'm at home. We're about to move, so of course I'm not just going to put all of this off until you come home. Anyways, I'm going to get back to it.
Well, I just want you to know how much I appreciate what you're doing. I can't believe we're really going to be moving away in 5 days. It's just crazy, but I guess we're going to be busy up until the very end.
I know, I can't believe at all that it's less than a week until we're gone. I sure hope we get everything done in time.
Well, when I get home, you just tell me what to do. I'll do my best to see that we get out of here okay. And I guess if things get really bad, then we can call my mom and ask her for help.
Oh no, we couldn't do that. I would hate to drag your mother into this and have her clean up after us. I just couldn't ask her to help us with everything here. I'd feel so bad.
Really? I don't think that it's that big of a deal at all for her, really. I mean, either way, we're probably going to have to ask for help in unpacking, since we're all moving in together.
Well, you are probably right about that, but can you believe that you and I are going to be moving in with your mom at her house?
Yeah, I know. It is just a bit crazy, right? But I am grateful that they're giving a place to live. Although, I am a bit worried for you. Are you sure this isn't going to be too much for you?
Don't you worry about me. I knew what I was getting myself into when I said that I wanted to do this. Besides, you're the oldest sibling in your family. I understand why your mom would want you to live with them and why you feel like you have to. I guess I just thought that we would be doing this at a later point in our lives is all.
I know, but I really didn't think you'd go along so easily with all of this. I mean, no offense, but I thought that you just weren't interested in living with my parents at all.
I'm not going to lie, there are quite a few things that I'm pretty nervous about, and I do really hope that your mom and I can get along well while I'm there. But I knew that marrying you meant that I would be spending more time with your parents as well. After all, you are the eldest child, so I knew that you would have to do something like this in the future.
I guess you're right about that. Still, I just want to say that I'm so grateful to be with someone as supportive as you. I'm sure that everything is going to be just fine. You're a lovely person, and there's no reason why my mom wouldn't enjoy sharing her space with you.
You really think so? You really think that your mom is going to like me?
Of course. You were the one who said yes to us living together first, so I'm sure that my mom is grateful for that.
I really hope so. I just want to make sure that your mom and I can get along with each other.
Well, I'm sure that you two are going to be just fine. I bet she's going to love having a daughter-in-law like you.
Has she said anything that makes you think that she'd really like me? Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have asked that, but if you think that she's going to like me, then that really does make me feel good.
I think that she's really looking forward to having us live together. Besides, it's an upgrade for us too. I mean, we finally get to leave our small apartment and move into our big house. It's a huge step up for us.
Well, I will say that you're certainly right about that. Your mom does have a pretty huge house, so I just hope that us moving in doesn't cause too much trouble for them.
I'm sure it's fine. Besides, remember I told you about how they did all the remodeling a few years ago? It's almost like living in a brand new house. Although they did all the remodeling to enjoy their house in their old age, of course. But when my dad suddenly died, my mom suddenly had no one to live with anymore.
Yeah, that can't have been easy on your poor mom, and since she's been living there alone ever since.
That's right, so I really don't think you should worry about causing any trouble. Everything is going to be fine. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I'm getting off of work early and I'm going to be heading home now. Do you need me to pick up anything on the way home?
I don't think so, but I hope you get home safe. Don't rush home. Take your time.
Great. Thank you, Claire. I think that I should be getting home in about a couple of hours then.
Wow, that really is so odd for you to be coming home early, though. That almost never happens.
I know, but I have been whittling away at a big project I had, and now I just don't have anything to work on. I guess it's thanks to all the overtime that I was doing beforehand. Now I get to come home early instead.
Well, that really is a good thing if you ask me. In fact, since we have all this time, what do you think about going out somewhere for dinner? Your mom is also going to be out eating with friends, so it'll just be the two of us.
Oh, really? That's kind of weird. I feel like my mom almost never goes out to meet friends.
Well, she said that she had someone in town staying at a hotel and that she was heading that way to have dinner with her. So what do you think about us going out to eat as well? I could really use it, to be honest.
Well, that sounds good to me then. What do you think you'd want to eat?
I could really go for a good noodle. I don't care what kind, but I have just been craving noodles.
Well, there's that Italian place that we've always talked about trying, right? I think that would be really good, actually. Their pizza's supposed to be great as well. That might be what I get.
Great, it's decided then. Let's go to that Italian place.
Sounds good to me. I'll meet you there this evening then?
Yay! I'm actually really looking forward to this. It's going to be great. I've been feeling so run down lately, if I can be honest with you.
Oh, no, really? Has it been something in particular making you feel like that?
Well, if I can be honest, I think that things aren't going great with your mom. I think she actually really doesn't like me at all.
Wait, what? Are you serious? But you two always seem to get along together. Makes you feel like things aren't going well between you two.
Well, she's always so calm and collected when you're in the room, but she only pretends to get along with me because you're there. The truth is that we don't really get along in the slightest. In fact, she's been pretty horrible to me.
Horrible to you? In what way? What has she been doing to make you feel like that?
It's a lot, but it's all because she's been doing this while you haven't been around that I haven't said anything to you. I just didn't want to make anything worse, but I can't hold it in any longer.
But what exactly has my mom been doing to you that's so horrible?
She's just always telling me that I'm not doing enough around the house and that I'm a slacker. And I just can't stand being talked to like that. I mean, she makes me feel like I can't do anything right at all. And then she asked who raised me and that I have no manners or anything. She even said that she has no idea why you would marry someone like me. Do you have any idea how much it hurt to hear that?
Carla, I had no idea about any of this. That's just horrible. You don't deserve to be going through that at all.
I thought that it was just maybe her way of adjusting to having us in the house, but it hasn't stopped. I don't know what else I can do to try and patch things up between us. I mean, I'm trying my best. Can't she see that? Am I doing something wrong? I really can't think of what it could be that she doesn't like me doing.
Carla, I had no idea that my mom was doing or saying any of this to you. But I also think that my mom is just the kind of person that won't soften the way she wants to talk about something.
But there's a difference in being honest and just being plain mean. I'm sure that even now she's talking bad about me to her friend. probably saying that I'm just a useless woman and a horrible daughter-in-law.
Okay, Carla, come now. You can't just accuse people of having conversations you can't know about.
I know, but what else do middle-aged women talk about when they all get together? It's obvious. Ugh, just thinking about all this is enough to really stress me out. I just feel like I might collapse at any moment. It feels like I'm going into some deep, dark hole that I won't be able to get myself out of.
Carla, I had no idea that you were feeling like this.
It's fine. I wasn't talking to you about it because I didn't want you to worry about me. But it's all true. Every day is just so hard for me.
Well, then do you want me to talk to my mom about the way she's treating you?
No, you can't do that. If your mom thinks that I came to you about this, it would just make things worse. I think that it would just make her be even meaner to me. Besides, even if you did tell her, she would just lie to you and tell you that she wasn't doing anything.
Are you sure about that? You really think that my mom would just deny doing something like that?
You have to believe me. You don't know her like I do, Dan. She is not the woman that you think she is in the slightest.
Carla, please. I think that I know my mom quite well, okay? I mean, she was the woman who raised me after all. I'm not saying that I don't believe you, though. It's just that it's hard for me to wrap my head around this.
But that's basically the same as saying that you don't believe me. Don't you get that?
I do believe you, Carla. But I'm going to have to ask my mom about this.
I don't understand. Why do you have to go and talk to your mom about this? Why won't you believe what I tell you?
Carla, please. How can I not talk to my mom after all that you've told me? Either way, we should talk about this more over dinner.
Dan, I can't take it anymore. I just can't stand the way that your mom is treating me. I don't know how I'm supposed to go on living like this. I am just getting more and more stressed, and I feel like I'm going crazy.
Carla, are you okay? Don't tell me that you're still upset over how things are going with my mom.
I just don't get why we're the ones who have to leave. It shouldn't have to be this way.
Well, then, just what are you suggesting should happen here?
I'm suggesting that your mom be the one who moves out of here and not us. We shouldn't have to lose a house just because of how your mom is treating me.
But you do know that it's my mom who owns the house, right?
I don't care about that. After all your mom has put me through, we should be the ones to get the house, not her.
I see. Well, if you really feel that way, maybe we should just get a divorce.
Wait, what? How did you get that out of all of this? Why on earth should we get a divorce?
Well, you were saying earlier that if we didn't stop living with my mom, that you would want a divorce, right? So I choose a divorce.
But why? I don't get it. How could you do this to me? How could you choose your mom over me?
Well, like this, by divorcing you.
But don't you feel bad for me after all that your mom put me through?
I am telling you that I'm choosing my mom over you. Shouldn't that be enough?
But I want to know why. Why didn't you believe what I had to tell you? Didn't all the stories of how your mom bullied me mean anything to you?
No, because I don't believe them at all now.
So you think that I've been lying to you this whole time then? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know if you've been lying to me. I have no idea if you're even lying to me right now.
But then, why are you treating me like this? Why aren't you being kinder to me?
Because I've seen the truth with my own eyes.
What are you talking about? What truth is that?
I'm talking about the truth of who you really are. I mean, I know that you were telling your friend about how after you kicked my mom out, we were going to have this house to ourselves.
What are you talking about, Dan? I never said anything like that.
Of course you did. I heard you talk about it over the phone. That's what this whole thing has been about, hasn't it? It's just been for the house.
So you were listening while I was talking on the phone with my friend that day?
We do all live in the same house after all.
But that isn't fair. What about my privacy? Why didn't you plug your ears or something?
Are you kidding me? Why don't you try not having those kinds of conversations at home? But at least it finally explained to me why you were acting so strangely.
What do you mean? What was I doing?
Well, I tried asking my mom about the things you were saying so that I could get to the bottom of what was going on.
I thought I told you that there would be no point in doing that. Whatever your mom said is just a lie.
Except for the fact that my mom is a really bad liar, and I always know when she's doing it. And when she told me she had no idea what you were talking about, she didn't show any of her usual tics at all.
Well, all that means is that she's learned how to be a better liar, but you can't just let her fool you like this.
But you're the only one trying to fool me here. Besides, I already knew about you and your friend, remember? You made this whole thing up to try and turn me against my mom.
It's not true. I swear it. You have to believe me.
Why should I? You've been nothing but dishonest with me this entire time. But I see now that the real reason why you were so eager to move in was because it was all a part of your plan to try and kick my mom out of her home.
That isn't true. I just thought that we'd all be able to get along. It had nothing to do with the fact that your parents just remodeled their huge house.
That basically told me all I needed to know. I can't believe that you would lie to me about this. You even tried to turn me against my own mother.
Please, I'm so sorry about everything. I was stupid. I shouldn't have done this.
I want you to pack your bags and move out. You and I are through, Clara. After that, Clara realized that I wasn't going to change my mind. She packed her bags, and by the end of the week, all her things had been moved out of my mom's house. We signed the divorce papers not long after that, and we're officially separated. She left a note saying that she still loved me, but I couldn't bear to look at it. My mom also felt horribly guilty about all of this. She had no idea what she did to make Carla so upset with her that she would do something like this. I had to do my best to explain to her that it wasn't her fault at all and that it was all just one giant scheme by Carla. I don't quite know where my life will take me now, but at least I know who I can and can't trust.